Karen Nelson of MTN Matchmaking, and I'm so sorry I'm late today, but it's Friday Facebook Live. And as you can see, I'm solo today, so it was a little harder to get prepared because we do have a lot of great questions today, and I'm going to have to read them myself, etc. But please, if you have questions, post them and let me see if there is a way that I can figure out how I can do that. I think I will be able to figure that out, and let's hope that I am still on public, because I need to be on public. Of course it doesn't show me, but anyway, you could also text me questions too at the 516-444-2861 phone, and I will read them and answer them. And I hope everyone has great plans this weekend. I do. I love big, fun events, summer events, and there is one this weekend. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm even more excited that I found a store on Long Island that still carries my Monster caramel. I've been having to get it from Amazon, and at first Amazon had my wrong address. So a very special person even tried to order it for me once, but it got sent to the wrong address. Well, who knows, maybe I'll get that again. But I did find a store around here called Family Dollar, and I said to the Uber guy, can you just ask them if they carry the caramel flavor? And at first he said no. So I was like, all right, forget it. And then he says, okay, they found some in the back room. So I'm really happy about that. Okay, so again, call me with any questions. Not call me. Don't call me. Text me, 516-444-2861. And who knows, maybe I will even do some matchmaking here. It depends if people watch me or not. And let's see if I can tell. Oh, okay, this is going to be good. So I will be able to read your comments. So if you're watching, please say hi, because that's the only way I know you're watching, okay? That would make me really happy. And let's see, what is this? I have 2 phones, just making sure I'm up to date. Okay, so the first question someone wrote in, F, I do not want to get off my comfy chair and get that, so hopefully I won't need that. Anyway, okay, so how do you know you have the one? Now, I've gotten this question a lot over my 25 years and 20 years of owning MTN Matchmaking, but people say it differently each time, so I didn't pass this one by. A lot of times with the questions, if one more person says, can I have sex on the first date, I'm going to scream, no, you can't, don't do it. So I won't even answer that question anymore, because I've answered it ad nauseum. So, but this question, again, people are asking it differently, so I think it's worth saying again. So if you're dating someone and you think it's great, but you're wondering, how do I know if he or she is the one? Because let's face it, that is the most important question, okay? It's not enough just to be happy. It's not enough just to feel like, okay, I love him, I love her. There's other variables, and we have to consider all of those variables. So the one thing I have to preface is to always make sure you've been going out longer than 6 months, because it takes 6 months on your own to find out if you're compatible with that person. Okay, so you have to be compatible, and obviously you have to know if you have chemistry. So, in fact, many marriages, the reason why people break up is not because of chemistry. It's because they weren't compatible. Okay, so chemistry, and again, if you're compatible, compatibility breeds chemistry. Remember that. Remember who taught you that, because it was me. So what I think you should do is, if you're trying to decide if the person is the one or not, you should kind of write things down. I'm a big person on writing things. Okay, I have my Google Calendar, but I also have this calendar. I have to have both. I have to have a visual of everything I do. So I write a lot of things down and they go on my calendar. So it's very helpful to write these things down whenever you're having questions. Write down how you feel when you're with that person, and then write down how you feel when you're not with that person. Hopefully, when you're with that person, you feel great. And if you're not with that person, if you feel great, then that might not be so good. Think about it. Yay! My doctor, the smartest man I know. Yay. Even though he wouldn't host it with me again today, he wouldn't do it. He chose a dog over me. Oh, sorry, that's horrible. Okay, you know I'm teasing. But so happy you're watching. Okay. So write down how you feel when you're not with that person, because you should feel not good when you're not with that person. I mean, we should all be independent enough that we don't rely upon that person to live, and we can't be happy without that person, without them. But again, it should not be, oh, I'm happy when I'm with her, I'm just as happy when I'm not with her. Okay, that person is not the one. Okay, pretty much that person's the one. If you realize that when you're with the person, you feel amazing. When you're not with the person, you're sad and you miss them. Now, again, you have to make sure you're compatible, and that takes 6 months. And then when you're really getting down to the wire, and what I mean by that is that you're going out for, say, 9 months. Now, this information I'm giving for this person, I know who this person is, and they're older. Okay, so things are different when we get older than when we're younger. When you're in your 20s, take longer before you get married for the first time. But as we get older, the nice thing is we're more mature. We know more what we want and what makes us happy and what makes us not happy. And we're not willing to settle on things. So those are all good things, because it speeds up the time of knowing if that person is the one or not. What is that? 99 cents? What? That is cute, whatever that is. Okay, so what you should also do is when you're, so again, say this person is an older person, okay, so they're thinking, should I take it to the next level with the person that I'm with? You just don't haphazardly go into this, because first-time divorces are about 50%, no matter where you're looking throughout the country. Second-time divorce rates are higher. So don't make the same mistakes again, but also make a list of all the good things about the person. And hopefully you have a list of millions of great things about the person, okay? But then, look, none of us are perfect, okay? I'm annoying. I was actually asked today if I have ADD. Can you believe it? Oh my God. Wow. Rudest ever, right? I don't know. Comment below, my friends. Let me know if, but it was said in a very respectful way. But let me know if you think, like, someone asked you that? Or, what? It's a routine question. Okay, so just let me know. But, so I don't have ADD, by the way. I was told by my doctor I don't have ADD. Okay, but, so what you should do too is, again, write down the list of good qualities that that person has and what not so good qualities, because again, we all have them. And if anyone is sitting there thinking, I have no bad qualities, then you're not being realistic. You have that magic mirror that I've talked about before, which wherever you get that magic mirror, let me know, because just for fun, I would like that magic mirror for one day on Facebook Live. I would look in that mirror and say, oh my God, I'm so hot. Oh my God, I look like I'm 30 years old. Wow. Okay, that's a magic mirror. That's not real. That's not true. Too many people have that magic mirror, okay? So don't do that. But the reality, just remember, I didn't say call questions. I said text them. Text. So I am going to just say, nope. Okay. Now, with the not so good things, hopefully they're like these little things, like, hey Maureen, oh my crazy wild friend Maureen. We went out last night. I went out with Regina and Kim, not Regina, I'm sorry, Margaret and Kim. And I don't think you've ever met them yet, but we have to get together soon because it's been a while. So you'll have to come out to my neck in the woods here and we'll make plans. Or I can go to your bar, of course. So, okay, but back to this list. Let me just get to this question. Good, maybe I do have ADD. So they should be little things, like she never stops talking. Yeah, I know it, okay. It should be like just little insignificant things that you can live with, because we all have them, okay? Or, yeah, you know, I know she wants to lose a few more pounds, but she's working on it. She's, you know, getting firm and looking good. Okay, you can live with that, hopefully. And vice versa, you know, with guys. But there's things that you can't live with, okay? So you have to really look into what those things are and make sure, like, if the person cheats, done. If the person is abusive, done. If the person is controlling, get the F out of here. Okay, don't put up with that shit. So if you have any of those on the not so good list, keep moving on. That person's not for you. Okay. Good, I hope these next questions will be easier. Now, Maureen, can you please ask me a dating question? And Dr. Dave, can you please ask me a question? God, it's like crack. Remember, I've never done drugs in my life, So I could say that. Okay. Marriage. What is this question? I can't even read. Can't even read exactly what it is. Marriage depends. Okay, so I think this is just an adjunct to that first person saying, how do you know you the one that how do you know when to get married at that point? Okay, so that is a good question. So again, as we're younger, take more time before you decide to get married, because you're getting married the first time and hopefully the only time. You, again, how many times have I said it? You have to be compatible and have chemistry. So if you have both, that's great. But you have to go out 6 months in order to know if you have chemistry or not. So now if you're older, okay, yes, it still takes 6 months to know if you're compatible, but again, we've matured, we know what we want, we know what we don't want, so we should know from that person if they could make us happy or not. And again, if they make you happy, that's who you want to spend the rest of your life with, not someone who is not compatible with you. Too many people settle on the outside world because for whatever reason they don't want to spend money at an upscale matchmaking service. Fine, don't, but don't settle either. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. Next question is great, but let me see what Maureen says. My daughter. Oh, I love your daughter. Oh, gosh, can't see. I love your daughter. Something's in my glasses. Ex-boyfriend won't leave her alone now that she's found a new guy. How do we shake him for good? That is off camera. Guys, if you are stupid enough in this day and age to go out with a young girl and think you're going to get her and marry her and be a dick, and then when she goes and finds someone better than you, who treats her better than you, step aside. Let her be happy. Because if you loved her, you would want her to be happy. And if you're going to be doing stupid shit like that, and making it hard for her, and yeah, Dr. Davis right, get a restraining order on him. Definitely do that. And a young kid nowadays has got to be really stupid, especially when you have a mom like Maureen, crazy Maureen, or me, crazy Maureen. You don't fuck with our kids. So, again, move on, kid. Otherwise, it's not going to be good. That's all I'll say. He's definitely jealous. Of course he's jealous because he knows he fucked it up. He had your beautiful young daughter, and he could have done the right thing, but he didn't. It was probably selfish and immature, and he lost her to someone who is going to fill those needs. All women have, hopefully, only 5 must-haves. Okay? I know I have 5 must-haves. So, and again, you have to be compatible and have chemistry. So if you have those and you have the 5 must-haves met, that's wonderful. Now you just have to pray that there's no external situations that make things difficult. Okay, which, because, that could happen too. But again, I am a true believer in romance and love, that I think we can get through anything if we have those things. So, yes, me and Maureen is right. Me and Maureen is right. So, but get that restraining order about him. And how old is he? And where does he live? So we can go visit him after hanging out. Fuck. Oh my God. I won't be able to see a bloody thing now. So find out as much info on him, and I'll come to your bar, and then we'll have a great fun night out. Two crazy Maureen's. That guy will never want to see your daughter again when he sees how crazy we both could be together. That would be so funny. All right, 28, yeah. Please, please. We could take care of you in your sleep, kiddo. Okay, next question, but keep these questions in. Because it is easier for me to read without my glasses here. So, this next question is, my girlfriend is talking to 5 guys on Facebook. We've been going out for 6 months, talking about getting engaged. Why is she talking to 5 guys on Facebook? First of all, I don't know the answer to that, but what are they? Okay, good question. Is she cheating? So, now, if you're in a relationship with someone, okay, get off the fucking Facebook. I mean, you can be on Facebook, obviously. Be on Facebook for your friends, people you haven't seen in years, all that great fun stuff. Because Facebook has a lot of great qualities. But if you are in a relationship, and like this girl has 5...
From client Aileen. Update, he texted me.
No. Oh my God. My text messages are reading out loud now. So when I'm in the store, either one of my phones or from anywhere, I guess, they'll not only say, like, Bitchy Susie is calling in, but now it's saying what they're texting. I don't know what I pressed on my phone, but if anybody knows how I can get rid of this is going to get me into so much trouble if I don't get rid of this. Okay, so let me just see. I might have to go down and get my stuff. Hey, Buster, can you get me something? Don't you wish dogs could just do stuff like that? Alright, so here's my girl. Spoke to her last night on my way home from working all day, then going out with my friends, and I was nonstop on the phone doing dating coaching as I was driving home. I'll be right back. Okay, I got it. Really didn't want to have to do that. Okay, but okay. Oh, that feels so good. I got Monster Caramel. I will be up till 11 o'clock tonight with that. It's great. Okay, so let me just see what she wrote, because I gave her dating coaching, then I reached out to him. And I love how they don't know that I do that with both. Oh, yes! Bam, bam, bam. I'm so happy. So I text, now I know, I'm not going to say her name because you might not have heard it, and I have 3,000 clients, so the guy would never put together that he's the one we're talking about. But so they went out on 2 great dates, and I recommend that people go out 3 times, but she hadn't heard from him. unacceptable. On the outside world, what do? You're like, oh, the guy doesn't like me anymore. It's over. Here, you contact us for dating coaching. And if someone is in the elite program, you get me as a dating coach too. So I reached out to him, and I had to leave him a voice message. And I said, I hope things are going as well for you, as for her. And what do you have planned for your third date? Are you going out this weekend? So she just told me that he called her and really made plans for this weekend. God, I love what I do. Now, think for a second how that would make you feel, that someone's unhappy for whatever reason. He probably had miscommunication, like, oh, maybe she's not that into me, whatever. He might not have been going to go for the third date. Who knows? We don't know until I find out and know. And fix it. So, to me, that's invaluable. So, I'm so happy. And, yay, yay, yay. There will come a time, I will reach a certain age that I will have to stop saying yay, but it's not yet. So, okay. So, about the girl with 5 guys on Facebook, okay? You have to talk to her about it, okay? Because if there's any flirting parts of it, which, come on, there have to be. You don't just reach out to strangers that you don't know, okay? You reach out to your friends, you reach out to people that you haven't met, who you've known for years, but to reach out to people that you don't know, that's emotional cheating. Now, people usually do that because they're not getting everything they want from that person. Now, maybe it's a long distance thing, I don't know. Those are tough, but worth it when you find the right one. So, but he has to ask his girlfriend, what are these, because he looked at her phone. Okay, well, you just got to get her off the fact that you did that, because she's also mad at him for doing that. You say you knew something was wrong, and you wanted to fix it. The only way you knew how to fix it was to check. And hopefully she'll forgive you for that, because you're saying that you want this to work out, okay? And then just don't do that again. But ask her, what aren't I giving you that would make you need attention from other people? As a dating coach, if you're getting enough love, attention from your boyfriend or girlfriend, you're going to pass up, because only with what I do for a living, I have to be on the sites, not the sites, Facebook, just for business purposes. So it's a different story for me, but for other people, you shouldn't need to really do that. And again, find out what he or she is getting from them, and then you have to decide, can you give that to her, whatever it is? If you can, then you could salvage that relationship, and she's not going to want to go on Facebook looking for other guys. Okay? Most people don't, if you're happy with everything from the person you're going out with. Okay? Gosh, let's see. Now, I need some more questions, peeps, because I have to send out lots of matches. I am going to personally try to live life to the fullest this summer. except, like my friend Kim was in to visit last night. It was so much fun. But or, you're alone, say, don't stay home. You have to get yourself out there. I'm going to bring up, before I get to this, my friend Margaret has always said she would take my advice. Now, on my website, I have top 10 tips to do when you're ready to find that committed relationship. You have to go on my website, and you really need to follow that because it works. That advice that I gave is timeless. But Margaret, I am so proud of her. She's actually doing it. So one of the things is tell every single person you know you're ready and looking for the right person and a commitment. If you just say, I'm ready to date, go on the internet. You're going to be meeting guys that just want to have sex, blah, blah, blah. But, maybe that's what you want to. I don't know. But when you want a committed relationship, that's not what you're going to want. Okay? So specify exactly what you want to your friends and tell them all. And don't be embarrassed to say, do you know anyone single? Because chances are we do, but we're not going to bring it on ourselves to say, hey, I got a friend for you. People don't feel comfortable really doing that anymore unless you ask them. So do that. Then say yes to every invitation. Okay? Don't stay home. If there's something that you can do to go out and meet people, if you're single, don't stay home. Accept every invitation. You're going to find that your social circle is going to get bigger, and that's what you need. Again, this is all if you don't come to an upscale matchmaking service because we already have the people here for you, but without having that, you don't have the exposure that I have for my clients. So you have to make your own exposure, and the only way you're going to do that is by going out and accepting every single invitation. Now, there's going to be some that are later at night, and you're going to say, I'm usually asleep by now. So what? As my father used to say, I'll get enough sleep when I die. I used to hate that saying, but I get that now, and yeah, the summer is my favorite time of year. So we should all be enjoying life to the fullest. Let's see. Okay, I need some more questions. Let's see, hold on. Okay, 10 comments, reactions, okay. Okay, so, no, I don't need that stuff. Okay. Let me just make sure that I'm seeing all the questions so far. Okay, so send me more questions, please. Okay, next one is, do I disqualify a lot of people? Yes, I do. I am one of the very few certified matchmakers that do not take on everyone. I'm also one of the few that don't charge $25,000 and above. I don't care about the money. When you do something that you love, you don't work a day in your life, and you're less concerned with the money and more concerned with helping people. I know this gorgeous, intelligent doctor that he got into being a doctor to cure people's lives, not for the money of it. But the interesting thing is, when you do things like that, you make money anyway. Okay, so that's how I am as a matchmaker, and because of that, I don't take on everyone. I disqualify a lot of people. So now the person wants to know, I don't like two-part questions. It's one of my pet peeves. One question a week, okay? But do it since this got passed and got to me. So, and thank you, Sasha, for that. Okay, so I do disqualify more guys for being narcissistic, controlling. Yeah, narcissistic and controlling. But I still disqualify a lot of women for being bitches. No guys want to date a bitch. Guys want soft and loving. And no one wants to go out with a girl who is entitled. Let's see if this is a question. Hope no one saw my password. Okay. I think this person has been asked, I think this question has been asked before of me. Do I date clients? No, I don't date clients. If I've ever gone out with a client before in the past, it would just be with the mindset, oh, he will be a friend. Because up until 2 years ago, I was not concerned with having a committed relationship because my son Brendan asked me to put that off until he didn't need my home anymore and he was successful on his own, which was 2 years ago when I sold my house. So no, I don't date clients. It's way too risky. But I do know of some other matchmakers where I just, first of all, I'm great friends with Ruth again. How many people have known me from when I started 25 years ago? Because actually I have a few of you that have been with me since then, and I have on hold with someone finally now, in all different scenarios, like some that signed up Great Expectations, then the other places I went to, and then my place 20 years ago when I said that this is horrible, I have to do the matchmaking by myself. And now I have so many of them successful, but I wasn't able to get them successful at the other places because I didn't believe in the dynamics of that. It's so much easier for me to make someone successful in my program. Okay, so if a matchmaker, okay, not me, okay, but we saw at Great Expectations that a lot of the matchmakers did end up getting into great relationships with people that they signed up. Now, that was not good for me because I was not ready at that point, but it worked for other people. So it could work, I believe, for other people, not me. But the thing is, I would say, don't take that client on, okay? So just say if another matchmaker is watching, or if someone is going to go to another matchmaker, no. Say if another matchmaker is watching and someone comes in that they have interest in, you know, just like doctors can't date their patients, however, that really intelligent, handsome, amazing doctor, he told me, you can, but you just can't be patient client again. You have to relinquish that. So I would say on a matchmaker's level, that matchmaker should not take that person on. Okay, if that person is interested in her and she feels that interest towards him, don't take his money, but still do the screening process on him. Now, thinking back to Great Expectations, though, what was really, really, I guess, impressive was that the guy, I'm thinking of this one girl, Lisa, who got married to this amazing guy. He would not have taken a free membership. He wanted her to know that out of all the girls that he could have paid to meet, he wanted to choose her. And that was a beautiful thing, and now they're married. Okay, so I guess it's kind of different questions and the different answers. Oh, okay, so here's another question. What are the biggest mistakes that my clients make? Okay, we have to make this the last question because I have a lot of work to do before my meeting later. But I can, if I take someone on, I know I can make them successful. They just have to take my advice, and they have to be positive, patient, and open-minded, okay? We give everyone in the beginning 3 pieces of paper that go over every single thing of the program, every nitty-gritty of the program. Do you know that some clients don't even read that paperwork? What? You're a grown-up. You're an adult. Read the paperwork. And the worst is when they don't read the paperwork, then they call up my dating coaches and asking them things that are on the first page, and they don't have time to answer that. They know. The answer is right there. Read your paperwork. We have real people asking real dating coaching questions, not obvious things that is in your paperwork. So we love you all. We love all 3,000 of our clients. We want to make you all successful. I know I can make you all successful if you stay positive, patient, open-minded, and take my advice, okay? So read your paperwork so you don't have to annoy a dating coach by asking a basic question that's in the paperwork that you were told to read, okay? That's the nicest way I could say it. So, does anyone have any more questions before I get back to work? Okay, so it is time for me to get back to work. Let me just let everyone know there are 2 events coming up that all of us should be going to, okay? And if you follow any of my social media, and now I'm into TikTok, so let me know, those of you that are on TikTok, can you please follow me and let me know what you think of my TikToks, because obviously they have to be a little bit weird. So clear your calendar for these 2 different events. Okay. Nope, that's a family party. Nope, can't come to the family party. Oops. Tell me I don't have it down. Oh, God, are you kidding? Oh, okay. One of them is September 14th, Sunday. That is going to be the over 50 fair. Now, if you are 40s, go to it, because there's so many different groups, tables, like 100 or something. And then there's all different seminars that you can go to. Then there's also going to be a singles lounge. So we host the singles lounge every single year, and this year is going to be the best ever. We also have a table where we answer all the questions of people. We offer a raffle. We also can make appointments for people, and then you get a gift. And then every year I do the same seminar title, but completely different information. And it's how to improve your love and sex life after 50. So you don't have to be single to know how to improve that. And you don't have to be single to need to improve that. Okay? It's great when people are married and they are still looking for ways to spice up their love life. How amazing is that marriage? Think about that. So I hope you all attend that. And then there is a pickleball event through a guy friend of mine named Todd Miranda. And if you want to wait a moment, I could find that out for you. Oh my gosh. I dislike very much when cover photos are horrible and you don't know how to change them. I just realized on Facebook I have a very bad looking cover photo. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me look up him. Todd. Nope, not that. Any more questions, anybody? Maureen, by any chance, would you like to work with us on, you've done it before, on the September over 50 fair? Okay, that'll be lots of fun if you can do that. And does anybody know why I'm looking this up? I want to be a snowbird for my national office in the winter in Florida this year. And it didn't work out for, different reasons. The initial place that I thought I was getting. So does anybody know of anyone that has a place in Florida that they're willing to rent out or sublet just for the 4 months of winter? Okay, because I cannot handle Long Island winters, and I need to be in Florida, and I'll make that national office in Florida, okay? And 1 second, let me look for him. Oh my gosh, my friend Tonya, I'm sorry I missed your event last night. My friend came into town, Kim, and she's my friend since I was really young. So sorry about that. I hope you had a great event. Okay, so here he is. Where is this? Where is the information on his event? Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm going to share this to my post right now. I'm going to say, come to it. Come to this with me. Because I plan on going to this as well. I forget the date of it though, but it's going to be at a pickleball heaven a brand new restaurant grand opening with all extravaganza tickets. Welcome to heaven, it says. Gonna like it. And, oh, it's Friday, August 8th, okay? 6 to 11:30. I'm gonna share it also. Okay, so Friday, August 8th. Oh, shoot, I don't know if I can make that. Thanks. Okay, let me just put it in here. What did I say? The 5th or the 8th? Hold on. Friday. Wait a minute. Nope. This is the one that, it was originally this day, and then they didn't have their liquor license, so. Where is the new one? That is really bizarre. I can't give up on this. I absolutely can't. I can't. Because I know he posted the newer one. Right. One more thing I'm going to look at of when it is. Okay. It's a beautiful place. They have lots of different things to do other than playing pickleball, which I want to learn how to play pickleball. I have all the equipment. I have in my condo area a pickleball court. I bought this machine that spouts out the balls for us. I just read this. Thank you. Okay, so let me just see if I could find his new date. This pickleball thing. Okay, maybe I know I saw that he had changed the date, but maybe something happened with that date. One more thing. Oh, okay. Bam. Thursday, August 28th. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna this is what I'm gonna share. Oh my goodness. Okay. Bam. So Thursday, August 28th. Okay, Thursday, August 28th. What? Wait. Thursday, August 28th. Okay, here it is. Thursday, August 28th. I forget what time it started. Did I say the time? I'm assuming at 6. Todd's Pickleball event. Have all my clients, friends, and colleagues attend too. T-O-O. Okay. Then, yep, 6 to 11:30. Wow, that's past my bedtime, but I will go for as long as I can. Okay, so everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you had fun. Thanks for those who sent questions in, and start sending your questions in for next week to Maureen at mtnmatchmaking.com. If you're single and sick of the internet dating sites, this is what we do. We disqualify 99% of people using online sites. In our program, no one has a felony record, they're positive, emotionally stable, financially stable, and looking for a committed relationship. So if that sounds good for you, let me know. Tomorrow and Saturday, I will be in the office. Saturday in Melville, so call me at 516-444-2861 and let me know if you would like to come. Okay? Have a great weekend, everybody.